Hi everyone, welcome to your channel Impulse Tech. So today I have come up with a new video that is interfacing of OLED display with the ESP32 board. So in this video you are going to learn about how to display the analog values on the OLED display and how to display the different patterns on the OLED display. So without wasting so much of time, let's get back to the computer screen.
Welcome back everyone. So first of all we'll see how to connect the OLED display with the ESP32 board. So ESP32 board, so here you can see that OLED display has 4 pins. Here you can see OLED display has 4 pins. 2 pins are basically that for I2C communication. So one is SDA and one is SCL, and the another 2 pins are, one is power terminal and one is ground. So here you can see the SDA is connected to the digital pin 21 of the ESP32 board, and the SCL is connected to the digital pin 21 of the ESP32 board, and this red wire is connected to the 3V3, that is power terminal of the ESP32 board, and the ground of OLED is connected to the ground of the ESP32 board. So the connection for potentiometer is very simple. So for that you just need to connect the output of the potentiometer to the pin number 34 of the ESP32 board. Basically what we wanted to do here, we wanted to read the analog output provided by the potentiometer and display that analog output onto the OLED display. So for the connection of potentiometer you can refer my previous video, that is analog input with the ESP32 board. It's very easy connections. So the terminal 1 of potentiometer is connected to the power, that is 3V3. Terminal 2, that is middle terminal, is connected to the pin number 34, and terminal 3 is connected to the ground of the ESP32 board. So this is about the connection of OLED display with the ESP32 board. So now we move on to the Arduino software and we'll see what are the libraries that we need to install before programming. So I'll go to the software directly. So we need to install 2 libraries, that is Adafruit GFX library and Adafruit SSD1306 library. So for that you need to go in Sketch, go to include library and go to the manage libraries. Just wait for a few seconds. The library manager will open and will search for the respective libraries. Now let's search for GFX library. Just type the GFX and wait for a few seconds, the library will come. So we need GFX library by Adafruit. Okay, we don't need dot matrix, we need GFX by Adafruit. So Adafruit GFX library, so this is the Adafruit GFX library. Let's install this library. It might take few seconds. Okay, so we have installed the library. Here you can see the library is installed now. Okay, so after this we'll install the SSD1306 library. Let's search for SSD1306. So this library should be by Adafruit. So let's search for the SSD1306. So this is the library, that is Adafruit SSD1306. So this is provided by the Adafruit. Let's install this library. So install this library. Okay, so for proper functioning of your code you need 2 libraries, one is GFX and one is SSD1306. So we have installed those libraries successfully. So now I move on to the code and I will explain you the code that we are going to use here. So now I will walk you through the code. For working with the OLED display we need to import few libraries. For I2C communication we are using the wire.h library, and for the OLED display we are using these 2 libraries, that is Adafruit GFX and Adafruit SSD1306. These are the libraries provided by the Adafruit. So here we are defining the 2 variables, that is width and height. So basically this is the size of the OLED display, that is I am using here 128 by 64 size OLED display. So that's why I have defined the width 128 and height 64. So now in the next line we are defining the object, that is display. So inside the object I have used the already defined screen height and width and wire protocol, that is I2C protocol. Here we have used -1 because the OLED display does not have reset pin. So now inside the void setup we have initialized the display by using this display.begin. So if the initialization does not happen successfully, then it will print SSD 1306 allocation failed, right? So you can change this message as well, that display allocation failed or anything. So now here we have used delay of 2 seconds now, and for clearing the display we have used display.clear display. For setting the size of the text we have used the display.set text size. So here I have set text size to 1. Now for setting the color of the text you need to use display.set text color. For setting the cursor you need to use display.set cursor. So that this is basically used for in which line you want to print your sentence or in which line you want to print the data. So now here I am just printing the hello world just for the demonstration purpose. Okay, so here inside the display.println you can change the message whatever you want to print. Okay, so inside the while loop I have not written anything. So in the next example I'll try to read the analog input given by the potentiometer and will print that analog input on the OLED display. So just upload this code onto the ESP32 board and see the output. So I have already uploaded the same code as you can see on the screen. For uploading the code you need to press the boot button whenever it says connecting. After successful upload of the code you need to press the enable button. After that you will start seeing the output on the OLED display as you can see on. Clicking on upload, make sure that you have selected right port and right board. So whenever it says connecting, then click on boot button. So we have done with the uploading and now you can see the values on the screen that it's working completely fine. So now you can do the experimenting with the text size, text color or anything, or the cursor. So you can do all of that. So this is how you can display the values on the screen. So now what we'll do, we'll just set this cursor to 1. We'll set this cursor to 1 at 10 and we'll increase the text size. So now we will change the display. So now we'll change the text size. So now we have made few changes here. That I have added here display.set text size to 2, and also I have changed the display set cursor to 110. Now we'll see the changes on the display. So click on upload. The code is successfully uploaded. Now the size of the text on the display is increased, as you can see on the screen. So as soon as I have rotated the potentiometer, you can see the changes in the values. In various projects we need to use the OLED display, and also we need to display the various sensors data on the OLED display screen. So for that I have just demonstrated you that how you can connect the analog input to the ESP32 board and how to display that analog input values onto the display, that is OLED display. So this is how you can display the any sensor value. So if you like this video, then don't forget to click on thumbs up button and do subscribe the channel.